Hi there everyone, it's Vikki J Carter here again, the Author's Librarian, and today I wanted to pop in real quickly this week to share with you a couple of resources that I have found for one of the main questions that I have gotten since COVID-19 in my inbox and in person. Well, not really in person, on Zoom. That question is, how do we access libraries online? How do we find them? And also, how do we find world libraries, or how do we access world libraries online? Such great questions. So today I'm going to share with you a couple of links that I have. I'll show you those links and I'll talk just a little bit about the benefits of each of them. And you can find those links down at the bottom. All right, so let's take a look at this first resource that I have for you. It is the Public Library Database resource for American public libraries. I really do like this particular resource if you don't know how to access libraries across the United States. So let's take a couple look at it about something that they have. Here is the main screen that I like to start on. One really great thing is that you can just go ahead and search a library by the library name, city, and county if you know that. It includes almost 17,000 public libraries in the United States. I also like the fact that it's rather visual, and you can search by actual state. You can also search by major cities here. And so one thing about this is that I found it really handy to have it in multiple searches. There may be a little teeny library that it's hard to find just by state, but most of them are listed. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. I'm going to pick on the state of Washington because that's where I live, so I'm familiar with it. Once you click on that particular map, then you can also search again just in the Washington that have listed the librariesorg, their website. There's a couple of icons to take a look at. One icon is that this little looks like a newspaper icon. It will connect you directly to the library's website if they've listed their library website. The little book icon will connect you directly to the library's online catalog. Now, the difference between their website and online catalog, sometimes it's hard to know the difference because most libraries have embedded their card catalog. We don't even call it a card catalog anymore. It's an online catalog. Their online catalog into their website. So it looks like it's all one thing, but it really isn't. They're two separate pieces. The website itself will give you information about when they're open, what their programs are, how they serve you, and their policies, whereas the catalog itself will help you be able to find resources, books, items, articles, and the database systems that they use for finding materials. Let me show you what that looks like. I am going to show you my library from my local area. We have the Kelso Library, which is not my city, it's a sister city, but I will show you the Longview Public Library because it's where I got my start, and it's also a beautiful building. So what's really great about this database is that it allows the libraries to upload pictures. They have an access to the map. It will give you some really great statistics about the library and about the city that it serves. Isn't this a beautiful library? I'm so proud of this library. Not only is it where I started out as a public librarian, where I got a lot of my training, it's also where I got my very first library card. The building is an old building built in the 1920s. It was gifted to us by our founder of the city, and I live probably about 6 blocks away from it in another home that was built in 1924, one of the first few homes that was built in the area. So I'm very proud of this library for a lot of history and also because it's just a beautiful building. So not all libraries will house or show a picture of where they're located or what the building is, but most of them will. So let's go back and look at the Longview Public Library's website. If I hit that cute little icon that looks like a newspaper, this is where I would go. We got some events going on. And like I said, most libraries will embed the card catalog. So right here, we happen to have that right up in the corner. So if I want to do some searching, I can do that. So let's go back to the beginning here one more time just so you can see this page. This is brought to you by the Librariesorg, which is a organization that helps libraries to textualize get caught up with emerging technology by getting their information online. So this is the library database for online access to libraries in America, and I hope this is helpful. Let me show you one more link. Okay, so here's the second resource I wanted to share with you. I actually just found this one. I thought it was pretty dang exciting when I found it because, like I said, I do get a lot of questions either in Zoom, currently in Zoom because that's our face-to-face, or in email of how do you access libraries, world libraries in particular. Now, I'm doing a lot of research on that for you so I can give you some more additional links or resources. But here is a really great one that I just found. It's from thebestoftheworld.org or BOTW.org. This is their collection of a list of world libraries that you can access. For example, in this list, you'll find some American libraries. You'll find some pretty dang wonderful, like the Digital Library of the Caribbeans. If you need to take a little bit of Caribbean break right now, you can go here and see if you can find some really wonderful pictures of the Caribbeans. Oh yes, let's do that. It'll have maps, things like that. So take a look at this one. Another really wonderful link on here that I found that I use a lot is the Internet Archive, which is a really great resource. I'll probably devote one whole video just to the Internet Archive, and I do talk about the Internet Archive in my book because their project is so fantastic, and they're collecting all sorts of items and putting them online for individuals so that you can access them. So that's one that's there that I think is super spectacular. And then I wanted to also show you Open Library, which is a really, really wonderful resource. They are working towards trying to digitalize as many books as possible so you can read them online. So these are just a couple of examples that are in this particular site. It's not as inclusive as far as world libraries as I would like. Oh, here's the other one I want to show you. The World Digital Library. Okay, so I will spend some time on this one all by itself in the future. I do highlight this one as well in my book because I think it's one of the best ones, brought to you by the Library of Congress, which is the United States. But what they have done is they've compiled a tremendous amount of digital archived items from pictures, books, that you can search online. So if you didn't know that was there, here you go. And the way you can find it is you can find it directly from the Library of Congress website or just through this link that I have found, which is the Best of the World. And it's a list of digital libraries that are available to you right now. So I hope those two links help. I'll be on next week. I don't know what I'm going to highlight next week. Let me give you a few updates. I have finished the book as far as draft 1. I'm working on edits. Ugh, and I hate edits, so we're working hard on that. I'm pretty excited about the book. As soon as the book is done and out and released, I will be working on the companion online course where you and I will go from one topic all the way to the end, and you can build your repository of resources for that particular topic. I'll show you how to do it. My office studio space is getting tiles done this week, and my husband is also building me a library bookshelf with a ladder, so that's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm going to have one of those old ladders that you can stream across and get plants or pull books down. So I haven't moved in yet, just wanted to keep you updated on what's going on with me. I hope all is well with you, and I hope these two resources are helpful. Make sure you subscribe and send me an email if there's something you want me to specifically look for you and show you here on this website. Don't forget my podcast, The Authors of the Pacific Northwest. We have 100 episodes out. Next month will be 101. Really great podcast to listen to if you want to hear a new author or if you want to pick up some tips from authors that have successfully published both indie and traditional publishing. And the blog. This month in February, coming in February, I'm going to have my last guest post on my blog on the Squish Pin website. And that is going to be talking about author bookkeeping for taxes. blah, something I can't stand to talk about. But I found one of my authors that actually did that as a prior job before she became an author, and she wrote me a really beautiful blog post about some tips for us authors for keeping track of our expenses. All right, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the links. Let me know, hit me up, subscribe, and I will see you again soon.